Show you how perfectly you can cook some of those tricky, really hard to cook, at least we think they're hard to cook vegetables.
They are impossible as far as I'm concerned. So much that I am literally rendered useless in the kitchen when I see some of these vegetables.
Really?
Joining us in the studio this morning is Real Simple Food Director Jenna Helwig. Jenna, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Welcome.
She's a ray of sunshine, pardon the cliche,
Yes.
but she's already hip to our shenanigans. She saw us bickering and she was like, you too.
This is a great show. Great show.
Thank you.
We'll have you back then, okay? You don't even forget the segment. It doesn't really matter. Come on back.
Not only did she come live in studio, she came bearing gifts in the
love
form
this.
of vegetables.
I love this.
Thank you.
My favorite. And as you were saying, summer is really the perfect time to explore new vegetables
Right.
too. Especially in the city at the green markets, there's so
Love
many
it.
different options.
I
So-
can never walk past the green market in Union Square. I'm always like,
You
just
have
put
to
the
get
blinders on,
some-
put
no,
the
you have
blinders.
to get
Well,
some.
because then it's like,
Then you
17.
fall in the rabbit hole, right?
Exactly. But I have been very vocal on this show about my fear of the artichoke. I love it.
Oh, yes.
I try to go cook it,
It's a beautiful-
and
look at this, how
then I
beautiful this
step
is.
away because I'm like, you know what, Castro, it's not going down for you like that.
Well, you know, I will say that these ones probably are the most intimidating of all of them. They basically have armor around them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
right.
but you really can cook them at home, and my favorite way to do it is to steam
Steam
them.
them.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's something I think about like you get at restaurants, like,
Yeah.
you know, where you pull off leaf by leaf
Right, and
and,
it's-
scrape it with your teeth.
It's luxurious.
It
yes.
is.
You're still starving after you eat it, but it's a great way to start
well,
the meal.
you aren't dipping it in enough butter then. Yeah.
Well, but the other way, as an Italian, basically, I stuff them
'Cause he
with
knows
like
how to make
breadcrumb,
that.
garlic,
A
garlic,
little
and
prosciutto?
parsley.
Oh.
There you going crazy. Just
Leave out the swine.
a little cheese, breadcrumb, and a little fresh garlic, fresh parsley. But the trick is you have to stuff them deep into all of the
Yes,
leaves. Now,
that's
do you
right.
clip the pointed?
Absolutely. So if you want to steam them or stuff them, you know, I like to cut off the bottom so they sit flat, cut off the top, and then trim them with scissors or even pull off some of the harder outer leaves.
okay.
So,
Okay.
And then they cook pretty quickly,
Look
a
at
half
that.
an hour on the stovetop.
Look at what you can do with an artichoke.
You guys
Look at
make
the
it
Yes.
seem so
Yeah.
easy.
That's the heart,
So
right? The artichoke
simple.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be careful of those little spindly things.
You
at the
do.
bottom,
That's
right?
the choke.
That's
Artichoke.
what paralyzes me.
Yes.
I
Trying
think
to
I'm going
help
to eat the
people
choke
when
and I'm going to
I
die.
know. You dig it out with a spoon. Okay, wait. We should talk about eggplant though because I love the eggplant.
I made it
Okay,
last
yeah.
night. It was a hit.
Yeah.
I grilled it. All I did was grill it.
See?
I took out the mandolin.
Watch that.
Well,
A little
she's-
salt.
You're using a mandolin. That's like professional.
Yeah.
I
And,
mean, that's
and dangerous
legit.
for you, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I've lost the tip of a finger on a mandolin. Trust
It
me.
is a little dangerous.
These are fancy.
Yes. So what I love about eggplant is there are so many different varieties. It's not just those big purple ones. So these little guys are called fairy tale eggplant, which is not the cutest name for these cute little eggplant. And you can just roast them with olive oil, salt, and pepper for 25 minutes, and they are just delicious and succulent.
So you don't have to
you
slice it
talk-
open or anything.
No,
It's
I cut off the top.
Can you
That's
talk to us about prepping an eggplant?
Yes, absolutely. So I think a lot of people think you have to slice and salt it. You don't always have to slice and salt it. No, it depends on how you're cooking it. If it's really important that it be dry, then you want to salt it because that helps dry out the moisture. But grilling, for example, did you salt it?
I did.
Okay, I don't think you have to. So next time you
Stop
don't have
salting,
to.
will you? I told you 1,000 times with the salting thing.
Jenna's setting me straight. Where were you last night?
I know.
should've
Sorry,
called
I'm
you.
sure it was delicious. And this is a Chinese eggplant, which is great for stir fries. So
Perfect.
you can just slice it, stir
You
fry
slice
it.
it long- this way.
Do we need to peel?
No.
No?
No.
How
I
about
mean,
the big ones?
The big ones, you know, if it's got a really
Chinese.
thick skin, you can. But like for these smaller ones that are more delicate, don't bother. I'm
Just-
always looking for the easy way out.
Because with
Yeah,
the larger
don't
ones
peel
too, if I do an eggplant parm, I slice it and I tend to soak them.
Yes.
And then like the water actually turns a little brownish and then I kind of
Yes.
pat them dry. Take some of the bitterness
I
out.
love that you were doing all this cooking.
My nana taught me that.
We really, our next act
Yes.
is we're going to have a cooking
Cooking
show.
show.
Our bosses
I'm
don't know
there.
this, but yes, we're on.
They do now.
Yeah.
Another show they want, these two.
Right.
This one
Okra.
is tough. I tried it a couple of
Okra.
weeks ago with my girlfriend and it was a
Yeah.
disaster.
So okra, again,
why
I think
Jenna's
there are
here.
a lot of misconceptions about okra. You know, people think it always gets a little slippery.
That's a
and-
nice way. We call it slimy, but
Wow.
slippery was
you
nice.
know what? I feel like slippery. So one of the things, so this is actually a fruit, first of all.
Really?
Not
Excuse
a vegetable,
me?
literally a fruit. It comes from Africa,
Yeah.
very popular in Southern and Southeast Asian cooking.
Okay.
The slipperiness does help if you're making like gumbos or stews. It's a natural thickener, which is
Okay.
great. But if you don't want that, you just cook it quickly. So cook it like shishito peppers in a cast iron
really?
pan. on
Really?
your
You don't have to
stovetop,
render it?
broil
You don't have to boil it?
No. Just cook
Really?
it fast. and
Well,
get a
we
little
got that
char
wrong.
on it.
I guess
We
so.
were on the Friday meeting. We were like, okra's not the kind of vegetable you can just stir
You've
fry.
got to cook it 3 times. and-
Jenna's telling us
Here you
otherwise.
That's it?
go.
But
I'm
just
changing your
whole?
life. Yeah.
Do you slice it at all? or just
You
whole?
can, but I like whole, or you could have it. If you're broiling it, I
Right.
would like to have
Can
it.
you eat it raw?
I don't know.
Does it
Do you
taste
want to?
disgusting?
Yeah.
Just discovered it's a fruit.
Do
It's kind
it.
of a, don't-
How is
you-
it?
You want to spit out? Where's the pill?
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's not bad?
I'm going
No.
to try after the segment.
You're
just
going
in
to see
case,
when
yeah.
I choke.
Yeah,
and
right.
like, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Now this one at the end,
Oh my
I haven't
gosh.
seen in a long time. I love saying
love
kohlrabi.
this. I know. Okay, I'm going to hold this up just because it looks so cool. I always feel like it's sort of like an alien. I don't know why, but there's something about these like stalks there. But what I love about this is you can use the whole vegetable. So
What
you can,
is this exactly?
This is kohlrabi.
No, I know it's
in
kohlrabi,
the
but it's in-
brassica family.
Oh,
it's
not the
related to
brassica.
broccoli.
The brassica family?
Yes, broccoli, cabbage.
He was a
time
good,
we go visit
he
them.
was a good shortstop
Yeah.
for the Pirates in the 40s. No, so you use the. I
Yes.
thought you'd only use part of the
No.
leaves or the bottom.
So you can use the leaves, cook them like collards or kale. And so this, you want to just peel it with a paring knife, and you can eat it raw or cooked. Raw in salads, you can grate it or shred it, or just chop it, and it tastes a little like broccoli.
That's what I was going to
stuff.
ask. Is it like okay?
Yeah.
That's
So
what
it's got a
closest.
mild flavor, but great crunch. Yeah, you can roast it. You can make noodles out of it. Some people make, like, instead of zoodles, they make kohlrabi noodles. What? I know. It's amazing. We should all be eating more kohlrabi.
And was it best a vitamin? Like, is it like strong in C's or?
Good, yeah, C's and also K's, I believe, like the rest of the brassicas.
Like-
So.
Okay, for the beginner or the novice.
Yes.
If they're going to try this at home.
Yes.
Which is the most forgiving?
You know what? I'm going with the eggplant.
Yeah.
Yes, especially if you've got these little guys, which
Yeah.
are available in the summer at the green markets. They really do cook quickly. You can't really overcook them either. They're just going to get a little softer.
All right.
No big deal.
And you don't have to salt them.
And there's very little. They're so small. I'm sure there's very little seeds in them, so that
Right.
helps with the
Exactly,
bitterness
exactly.
Get a true taste.
Fantastic.
All right, I
Yeah.
love it.
Jenna, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I learned.
We learned a lot
ton.
today.
Great. Unbelievable.
I'm going to try some
It's a
raw okra
fruit.
now. Yeah.
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit.
Yes. For more recipes, home, health, and money hacks, you can visit realsimple.com or pick up the latest issue of Real Simple magazine on newsstands right now. Jenna.